Stop. Wait, were you just about to list your Pokemon cards for sale? Did you check your collection value and feel your heart drop? Take a deep breath. I know everyone's talking like the market's crashing, but selling right now would be a huge mistake. Instead of panicking, have a plan. I'm going to show you 3 moves every smart collector should make during this dip, so you protect your collection and maybe even come out ahead. Let's get to it. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the C word, crash. No, what we're seeing isn't a crash, it's a correction. Here's the difference. We'll try to keep it simple. A crash is like hitting a brick wall. Everything drops. Sealed product, singles, graded cards, modern, vintage, it doesn't matter. It all drops 30, 40, 50% in a matter of days. It's total panic. A correction, on the other hand, is much calmer and usually more gradual. It's the market adjusting from the overvalued prices and the overhype. It's finding fair prices again, mostly in the modern sets. Vintage usually holds value pretty good, but you got to remember we had a big influx of new people to the hobby over the past year, and supply was in a shortage, so that causes prices to inflate and go up, and prices were overvalued, and now we're seeing them come back to fair market values where people are willing to buy them again. And that's why it's a correction and not a crash. And then this is what it does when it corrects. You see the price has gone up. It went up from $50 all the way up to $107 in a short amount of time from November to March. Well, that big of a run up is going to have a pullback. And you see that here. It pulled back down to 78.82. It did not go back down to where it originally ran up from. If it was a crash, it would have continued to fall. Instead, here in a correction, it establishes a bottom where people are comfortable buying at that price again, and then it runs back up. So you see, this is the Starmie from the trainer gallery. Once it established a nice bottom, people started buying in. Again, it's human psychology, and that drove the price back up to where we're seeing it at now. And of course, that was once again yet a nice little run up. So of course, you have another pullback there. Also, if you take a look at the Mewtwo VSTAR from the Galarian Gallery, Crown Zenith, kind of the same thing. You had a big run up from $60 to $127. So you had a nice little pullback right here. You can see it. And then from there, it gradually went up, and then it shot up again, and it gradually is dropping back down. You notice it went from 211 to today at 180. So that's not a huge, I think it's 11% from when I did my price alert video or my Market Monday video. But you see, I mean, that's a gradual, smaller decline in price. And it kind of, we'll wait to see what the bottom is right here. It may bottom out at the 180 and continue to make its run. We'll just have to watch and see. I mean, it is a beautiful card there. I really like the Galarian Gallery and Trainer Gallery cards. I think they're going to be in high demand over the next couple of years. So I'm definitely trying to load up on some of these. All right, tip number 1, if you don't need the cash right now, do not sell. Just hold. I know the feeling when the market drops, it feels like you're losing money. But honestly, you're not losing any money until you actually sell the card. Those red numbers are just temporary. But once you sell the card, those losses become permanent. So the best thing you can do right now is just hold. Pokemon has over a 25-year track record of being popular and holding value. That's why you see a lot of the vintage cards these days so expensive, and they don't dip as much as the new modern cards because Pokemon is popular and holds value. Honestly, holding isn't doing nothing. Holding is actually having a plan in place. It's choosing not to put yourself in a position of making an emotional-based decision out of fear and losing value on your collection, and most importantly, losing your collection. All right, the second move you're going to want to make is, if you're going to buy, at least be smart about it. You do not want to go chasing the top cards. You do not want to get caught up in the hype plays that you see on the internet. You want to focus on proven winners and cards that you've been wanting to add to your collection that you can get at a discount. So you want to be buying vintage or some of the more popular Pokemon, Charizard, Pikachus, Gengars, those types of Pokemon. They hold value real well. So you just want to avoid the biggest hype and chase cards. Focus on adding to your collection the cards that have been too expensive that you would like to pick up. And just be smart about what you're buying. Don't get caught up in the hype. And remember, corrections aren't danger zones. They're opportunities to pick up cards at a discounted price. That way, when the value goes back up, you've added value to your collection. And finally, really the most important move that you can make is recenter your hobby. Remember why you got in this hobby and started collecting in the first place. For most of us, it wasn't about the money or investing. It was about the passion and the love of Pokemon cards. So remember that and get back in touch with why you started collecting. When you focus on the fun part of collecting, it doesn't hit as hard. So what we like to do is pack openings with the family. We go back through our collection binders and reorganize and just appreciate the cards and the artwork that we see. We like watching YouTube videos about Pokemon card showcases like you can find on our channel, just to, find new cards that we may not have seen before that we may want to pick up now. So we reconnect with people in the hobby and make new connections and try to grow our community. This is just things that will help in the long run and let you remember why you enjoy this hobby so much, and let you forget about the frustration of the past year trying to find packs to open and the dip that's going on right now where your card prices are, dropping right now and going down. So just remember why you got in the hobby to begin with. And that's a really important step because it'll ground you again and take a lot of the anxiety and fear out of what's going on right now. All right, so let's recap the 3 moves you're going to make. Number 1, hold. Do not panic sell. That's where you make a mistake. Buy smart. If you're going to buy, focus on furthering your collection and buying the cards that are going to hold value, and recenter around the hobby and rediscover the joy of collecting. I hope this video helped. If it did, smash that like button. It really helps us support the channel. Drop a comment below telling me what card in your collection means the most to you, even if it dropped in price. And don't forget, for real-time updates, check out my price alerts and Market Monday shorts right here on Fully Decked Card Co. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.